Celebrations, man.
Yeah, so what are you doing?
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Home.
Invincible.
Welcome back to Player Circle Sports, where the players come to play. I'm Laurent, and I'm with my co-hosts Franz and Mark. And like we said last segment, we're going to talk about the NFL moving forward with a celebration. So Roger Goodell sent an email to fans where he said he wants to make the game a bit more of an exciting experience. So the commissioner met with 80 players, current and past, on present guidelines that could be used with the NFL. So now they're loosening it up so they could have no longer the moniker of a no-fun league. So what do you think, Franz, about
I think he only made that change because A, the ratings were low last year. Yeah. B, Richard Sherman came out and straight up says the NFL does not care about the players. They just want like empty shells playing football.
Like
right?
robots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he said they don't listen to what players have to say. And so he had no choice. And the fans were complaining about no celebrations for the longest time too. Yeah. And I remember when I first started watching football, the biggest reason I watched football was for the celebrations.
Me too. That's how I started. The big spike or like the dunk over the goalpost.
No. I preferred the team celebrations, like the choreographed celebrations.
Like an explosion.
Yeah, because every week you're like, whenever somebody scores a touchdown, you're like, okay, let's go into it. What are they gonna do now? You know?
Yeah, exactly. What are they gonna do next? I think it's huge.
Yeah. Before Mark comments, part of this policy, I mean, they loosened the celebrations. So, in a sense, allowing players to use the football as a prop, group celebrations, or flap their arms like snow angels on the ground again if they choose. However, they can't do any sexual innuendos or movements of that sort. So, continuing
and they can't bring out like
they can't use another prop to like ride a football or like use another prop to comb your hair.
Basically, they're bringing back to the old rules. Basically.
They're bringing it back to the old days, and that's what we need. Go ahead, Mark.
I think it's a huge thing because I do think obviously it'll make the fans more into it, and I think they needed to do it again to make it a more fun league and just let the players, they all have these great personalities, let them show it. Let them just bring it out.
Imagine what Odell Beckham is going to do now.
Exactly. Odell, a lot of these young guys, especially a lot of them, it's such a young league, right? Yeah. Like a lot of these guys want to be able to do some, and now they can. They get to show it off a bit. Zeke, all of them. Man. They get to show it off. I think it's great.
But how do they know, like how do players know where the line is? Because everyone has a different type of, let's say, threshold or line of what they deem as like appropriate versus inappropriate, you know? Like
I think the league are gonna have a certain time limit, maybe like 5 seconds to celebrate or maybe 10 seconds. And then basically the guidelines are already there. So if you bring out a prop, you get flagged. Like it's as long as you go within the 10 seconds and you don't bring out outside props, you can do whatever you want.
And to be honest, the league's gonna let them know.
How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with it because, I mean, first of all, the league's gonna let them know. Some of the guys probably will go, over the limit, but I mean, the league will let them know and they'll tame it back. I mean, I just think it's good that they're letting them do it. That's the first and most important.
So before there was no time limit after you scored a touchdown to celebrate. Now, because the league wants to put emphasis on speeding up the pace of the games, they want to set a 40-second play clock. Once the official signal a touchdown, within that 40 seconds, they have to celebrate and have time to go for the extra PAT. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, I think it's pretty reasonable.
I'm good with that.
Like, what's a celebration?
The celebration can't be that long.
5 to 12 seconds, Like, you're not going to bore the crowd.
How long does it take to kick an extra point? Like, it takes 5 seconds off the clock, so...
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
The only ones where it might become a problem is those choreographed team ones, because they might get really elaborate with what they do, but we'll see, right? I mean, it's good that they give them a time limit, because it'll force them to be quick about it. So I think it's good.
And if I'm leading by a lot, and it's like near the end of the game, I'm gonna make like a massive celebration. I'm gonna take that flag just to entertain the fans. Yeah, it's totally worth it.
And then coming back to the subject of what deems appropriate or inappropriate, in the preseason, the league's officials, like the refs, will follow certain guidelines on what's deemed appropriate versus inappropriate. So I'm trying to think, like, during the season when the games actually starts and the touchdowns happen, I mean, is it all the refs call to deem what's appropriate or inappropriate? Like,
Yeah.
Do you think?
Well, yeah, because like Fran said, I mean, the league is obviously going to probably have a meeting or send out a memo to all the teams so that they know these are the guidelines. But then after that, of course, the refs it'll be their discretion.
Let's say like a ref doesn't know, like I said earlier, no one knows what the fine line is between appropriate and inappropriate. That's also like subjective towards the officials.
Well,
so
it's interpretation.
in a sense, like they'll be kind of double monitored because the refs will deem it as could it be appropriate, but maybe the league will review it later and be like, you know what? Let's find this guy. It's a bit inappropriate. I know it's very.
Well, that's why you tweak these things, right? Like they tweak it.
Well, they did mention if the officials were well trained in the preseason that it'll be easier to deem what's a good celebration.
I think
I'm just happy they brought it back. Man, I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's great for the league.
Because it's also an outlet for a player to release that excitement and energy. You know, I just got a first touchdown. I'm a rookie.
Yeah. And you know they have that, you know, especially even in the playoffs it'll be awesome, right? Because in the playoffs they're all hyped up and they just want to like just show it and they'll be able to release it, get it out. It's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
What about, let's say another question, just out of the blue, but what about a celebration, but like where you interact with the fan or the fans first?
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Lambeau Field. The Lambeau
Lambeau Leap, of course.
Oh, the Lambeau
happens
Leap, where
all
they
the
jump
time.
up and they...
Yeah.
That was the only one that seemed appropriate at the time when it was...
No,
you know?
other places do the leap too.
Like, how could the league be stupid enough to not like that? No, but really, how could they not like that? You're interacting with the people that you want watching.
That brings the money in.
That's going to bring the money in. It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic.
Stay tuned. We'll talk about more here on Player Circle Sports.
Here we go.